Prime Circle, max rewards. Golfy has cleared it. Here's how with a few tips for each floor. I'm Emerald, the new narrator. Hope you love the new format. 2 teams carried the run. First, the Mint squad. Daffodil, Haniel, Mint and MC. Golfy's favourite team in the game. Second, the Nanally squad. Nanally, Sakiri, Fadia and Hathor. Fadia contributed very little. Hathor showed up occasionally for burst damage. Between them, they were more than enough. Mint, especially, is a Golfy's favourite. The dodge timing just feels right in her hands. And let's be honest, she's far too cool to leave on the bench. Boost selections are shown bottom left throughout. The priority here is grouping. All 3 fish hit simultaneously as often as possible. That's where the damage is. To make that work, the ult goes out immediately, with a power-up alongside it. Maximum front-loaded damage from the first seconds of the fight. The other thing to know, the whirlwind. The instinct is to dodge away from it. That instinct is wrong. Dodge towards it. Once that's understood, this stage stops being a problem. Golfy's has found this one easier. Fewer moving parts. The main threat is the marked enemy. Prioritise her whenever she's available to attack. Otherwise, same principle as before. Group all 3 and hit together where possible. This team has no grouping ability, so there's an element of RNG. That's unavoidable. Stay aggressive on the priority target and it won't matter. Unlike the first half, these enemies are hard to group, so don't try to force it. Just keep the pressure on. The difficulty steps up here. Golfy's is running Nanally for this half. It works. That said, the preference is Mint. The dodge feels more natural with her. No technical explanation, it just does. Worth noting, Blossom reactions deal damage to the boss while it's airborne. Useful, but not the reason Golfy's is saving the Mint squad for the second half. That reason becomes clear shortly. With Nanally here, treat it as a standard boss. Unload everything as fast as possible. This is the stage with the mechanic most players miss. The break bar breaks once. After that, all damage bypasses the shield and goes directly to health. And when that happens, the boss splits into 2. Here is the critical window. When the shield breaks, do not immediately dump damage. Instead, confirm every character has their ult ready before the phase ends. Then the moment the split happens, everything goes out at once. The 2 halves start adjacent. That is the only point in the fight where they can both be hit simultaneously. One will move off, the window closes. Stage power up the instant the split phase begins. Ults out immediately after. That's the clear. After the previous 2 stops, this one is straightforward. The instruction is simple, kill it fast. The threat isn't damage, it's the chains. They can pull a character out of the fight. Let the fight go on too long and that becomes a serious problem, so it doesn't go long. Mint was eliminated during Golfy's run. Haniel finished it. This was left in the footage. Moving on. This is the wall. It's a pure damage check. There's no trick to uncover, just whether the team can output enough to clear the timer. The 10% damage power up is what makes it manageable. It's applied here and the difference is significant. A few dodge opportunities exist, but they're secondary. The power up does the work. quick breakdown of what's actually worth taking and what isn't. The first two options didn't do much in Golfy's experience. The 30% damage to enemies sounds great on paper, but honestly, it just wasn't felt in practice. The one you want is the 10% instant damage option, third in the list. It's essential for stop 10, and it does exactly what it says. Take it every time, without question. The Black Hole ability sits at roughly 50,000 damage against a single target. Golfy's uses that as a rough benchmark when weighing up other options. One thing that gets overlooked, the passive power ups. The 50 cost option gives 8% damage for the entire fight. That quietly outperforms a lot of the 100 cost options, simply because it never stops running. Golfy's didn't pick it this run, and wishes it had. Daffodil. Chaos build.
I'm ready.
A break build would be better, use one if available. Esper 0. Level 60, personal weapon equipped. Cosmos damage on the build, which is ideal. Haniel. The build is largely irrelevant, she performs her function regardless. Mint. Level 60. Battle Pass weapon. Clear Skies is a strong alternative. Damage focus console, that configuration worked. Crit rate and crit damage were tested and found to be less effective on her specifically.
Recipient confirmed.
Nanally. Crit rate build. Sitting at around 90% crit rate. Crit damage isn't crazy at 82, but the crit rate doing that much heavy lifting more than compensates. Sakiri. Attack console, attack weapon. She needs to hit things. She does. Fadia, level 50, level 48 weapon. She is present. Not perfectly optimised across the board, but it didn't need to be. Mint is built right. Everyone else has solid crit rate or crit damage coverage and the right elements. That was enough for max rewards. With a roster, most guys would tell you to bench. Hopefully it's enough to help you get there too. Next up, the Skier Showcase. And Golfy's cannot wait to finally play the Wolf.